Hi, it's Anika from Living for Later. I am really excited about today's video because it is a collaboration with Amanda from Staying Kingdom Minded. Amanda has a lot of great content on her channel. She has just a very fun, loving personality. She has an extremely beautiful voice, and it's very evident that she is passionate about her relationship with the Lord. So I'm gonna give her a second to just kind of introduce herself.
Hi everybody, my name is Amanda, my husband's name is Christopher, and together we make up our faith-based YouTube channel. So we cover topics on our channel about faith, family, fun, and so much more. You are sure to find something on our channel that you could absolutely love. I would be so super blessed if after you watch Miss Anika's video, you would head over and check us out too. We would love to call you our online family. Thank you so much for watching this video as we pour ourselves out and try to convey a message that we feel like God has given us today for you. Stay blessed, guys, and don't forget, wherever you are and in all things, to stay kingdom minded.
So for today, the topic is how to trust God when the answer is no. And I have been here more times than I would like to admit. And I have to say that it was not always easy when I received a no from God, especially when it was something that I was fully convinced that He had told me was mine for the asking. And, you know, as I received different no's from God, my response sometimes was just pouting, and the disappointment sometimes allowed me to be vulnerable to the lies of the enemy, and the enemy would come and whisper, oh, God doesn't love you, He doesn't care about you. And you know, it was in very subtle ways, but I found that if I stayed in that place of just sulking and allowing the disappointment to overwhelm me, it made me open prey to the enemy. So I had to make the decision to say, first of all, is God trustworthy? Even though this no is not what I wanted, even though this no hurts like nobody's business, the bottom line is God trustworthy? And is He faithful? And the answer to that question, of course, is a resounding yes. He is faithful. That is His nature. The scripture tells us that even when we are without faith, that God remains faithful. And then I have to remind myself that God is trustworthy, and I couldn't allow myself to be carried away with my feelings, but I had to anchor myself in the truth that God is faithful. Now, with that, if He is faithful, then I kind of had to talk myself through the process of understanding that, listen, if He is faithful and if He's trustworthy, then I have to trust that this no was for my good. You see, it's easy to quote Romans 8:28 when all feels good. But can I quote it when my answer is no and it doesn't feel good? Can I still say with the tears streaming down my face that all things are working together for my good because, God, I love you and I know that I am called according to your purpose? Can I still hold on to that even though it doesn't feel good? So I find that the best way to trust God in the midst of my no is to remain connected to God, because my feelings are fickle and my feelings can take me in the wrong direction. So as opposed to running away from God when the answer is no, I have to run even harder after God to keep anchored in truth, to help Him to just even heal me from the disappointment. So I also have been in the habit of not just staying in that place of sulking, but reminding myself and magnifying the times that He told me yes. So yes, I may have received a no, but there's so many other times where God has given me a yes. And in that time of my disappointment, I have to choose to magnify the yes, because that helps to give me a divine perspective, and it helps me to shift my focus off of how I am feeling, and again, putting it on God and his faithfulness. And I also have to say that one of my all-time favorite stories, and I'm going to end with this, is the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel. Over and over and over and over and over again, she prayed and she asked the Lord to open her womb, and God kept on giving her a no. And then eventually, when God gave her a yes, that yes was louder than any no that she had received previously, because the scripture lets us know of Samuel, which was her first son that she conceived, that there was no prophet like him, and that not one of the words that he spoke fell to the ground. So the yes that she eventually received from God far surpassed the no that she received initially. So I want to encourage your heart in the process of receiving this no. Cling to God, go to him in prayer, devour his word, devour scriptures on his faithfulness, and remain anchored in the truth that even though he gave you a no, that doesn't negate the fact that he is still faithful, and that he is still trustworthy, and that the best is yet to come. All right, so that is it. I want to encourage you to head on over to Amanda's channel, Staying Kingdom Minded. You can find the information in the description box, and you be blessed.